You know what's funny? Some people spend hundreds of dollars trying to look younger. Expensive creams, fancy vitamins, smoothies with ingredients you can't even pronounce. Meanwhile, there's always that one person in every family who somehow looks happier every single year. And their biggest beauty routine is drinking water only when somebody reminds them. Seriously, how is Aunt Mary glowing? She eats bread. She forgets where she left her glasses. She laughs at her own jokes. And somehow, she looks like life is treating her better than everybody else. Then there's that guy who's only 35, already making sound effects every time he sits down. Ah, ooh, brother, you're not even old yet. And that's what got me thinking. A few days ago, I saw something that completely confused me. There was an older man sitting in the park, grey hair, a few wrinkles. His shoes looked older than my Wi-Fi router. But this man, he was laughing so hard at a little kid chasing pigeons that everyone around him started laughing too. Nobody even knew what was funny anymore. They just joined in. I couldn't stop watching him, because he looked older. But somehow, he felt younger than almost everyone walking past him. Then I started thinking about people in their 20s. Some of them wake up already annoyed. The alarm rings. They're arguing with the alarm. They get out of bed like life personally offended them. Then they open social media. 5 minutes later, they're stressed over people they've never even met. You haven't even brushed your teeth yet. Why are you already exhausted? Life hasn't even had a chance to surprise you today. That's when something clicked. Maybe youth isn't hiding in your skin. Maybe it's hiding in your habits. Because if we're honest, most people don't suddenly become old. They slowly stop doing the little things that make life exciting. One day they stop laughing. Another day they stop trying something new. Then they stop being curious. Then they stop dreaming. And before they even notice, life starts running on repeat. Wake up, go to work, come home, watch TV, go to bed, repeat. Even your coffee starts tasting like it's tired. But every now and then, you meet someone completely different. They're not trying to impress anybody. They're not pretending life is perfect. Yet somehow, they make everyone around them feel lighter. You leave a conversation with them thinking, I don't know what it is about that person, but I feel better. Carl Jung noticed something fascinating about people. Growing older is natural, but growing lifeless. That's a choice we slowly make without realizing it. He believed we don't lose our youthful spirit all at once. We trade it away. One habit, one thought, one ordinary day at a time. The beautiful part is, the opposite is also true. There are simple things you may already be doing, without even realizing it, that quietly keep your mind fresh, your heart light, and your spirit young. Today we're going to talk about 3 of those habits. And I have a feeling, at least one of them is already part of your life. If that's true, you might be a whole lot younger than you think. Let's find out. So let me ask you something. When was the last time something really made you smile? For no reason at all. Not because you won the lottery. Not because somebody gave you a new car. Just one of those tiny moments that makes you stop and think, life is actually pretty nice. Maybe it was the smell of rain. Maybe your favorite song came on while you were driving. Maybe your dog got so excited to see you that he almost knocked himself over. Dogs are amazing, by the way. You can leave for 5 minutes, come back, and they welcome you like you've just returned from a 7-year journey across the ocean. Meanwhile, some people in your house don't even look up from their phones. But that's exactly my point. Children don't need big reasons to be happy. Give a child a cardboard box. They're suddenly the captain of a pirate ship. Give an adult the latest phone. 3 days later they're complaining because the battery lasts only 11 hours instead of 12. Somewhere along the way, we stopped noticing the little things. And Carl Jung believed something that fits perfectly here. He believed that a healthy mind never stops growing, not because it knows everything, but because it never loses its sense of wonder. Think about that word for a second. Wonder. When was the last time you looked at the sky and actually looked? Not just, oh, nice weather. I mean really looked. The colors, the clouds, the sunset that somehow shows up every evening like nature saying, I've still got it. Life is constantly trying to get our attention. We're just busy checking notifications. Have you ever noticed how little kids can spend 20 minutes watching ants? 20 minutes. If an adult sees an ant, they're already looking for bug spray. Kids explore. Adults schedule. Kids imagine. Adults calculate. Kids ask, why? Adults say, I don't have time. And little by little, that playful part of us starts disappearing. Not because it had to, because we stopped feeding it. I remember talking to an older gentleman once. He had to be around 80. I asked him, what's your secret? I thought he was going to give me some incredible life advice. Maybe a special diet. Maybe some ancient wisdom. You know what he said? I still act like I'm curious. That's it. He told me every week he learns something new. Sometimes it's a recipe. Sometimes it's a flower. Sometimes it's how to use a feature on his phone. He laughed and said, I finally learned how to send a voice message. Only took me 6 months. We've all been there. You press one wrong button. Now somehow you've started a video call. Your face is at the worst possible angle. You're trying to hang up. Instead, you add 3 more people. Technology has a way of keeping us humble. But here's the difference. Some people get frustrated and quit. Others laugh, try again, and learn something new. That's youthful, not because learning is easy, because curiosity keeps your mind alive. So here's a little challenge. Tomorrow, do one thing you've never done before. Take a different road home. Try a different meal. Read one chapter from a book that's been sitting on your shelf collecting dust. Talk to someone you normally wouldn't. Ask a question instead of giving an opinion. It doesn't have to be huge. Tiny moments of curiosity slowly become a joyful life. Because staying young isn't about pretending you're 20. It's about refusing to let life become ordinary. Now tell me in the comments, what's one thing you've always wanted to learn, no matter your age? I'd love to read your answers. Who knows? You might inspire someone else to finally try it. And speaking of things we slowly lose, the next habit is probably the biggest one, because almost nobody notices when it disappears. Habit 2. You don't take yourself too seriously. Can we all agree on something? Life is already serious enough. Bills are serious. Traffic is serious. Trying to remember all your passwords, that's basically an Olympic sport. Why do we have 17 passwords? And every website says, your password must contain 1 uppercase letter, 1 lowercase letter, 1 symbol, 1 number, 1 ancient Egyptian hieroglyph. Brother, I'm just trying to pay my electricity bill. See? That right there. Laughing at life's little frustrations. That's a habit, and it's one of the healthiest habits you'll ever build. Because somewhere along the way, many adults become afraid of looking silly. They want to say the perfect thing, wear the perfect clothes, make no mistakes, always appear successful, always appear confident, always appear in control. Sounds exhausting, doesn't it? Carl Jung spent a lot of time talking about the masks people wear, the version of ourselves we show the world, and while those masks can be useful, they become heavy if we never take them off. Have you ever met someone who simply felt easy to be around? They're not trying to impress anybody. If they spill coffee, they laugh. If they forget someone's name, they admit it. If they tell a bad joke, they laugh harder than everyone else. Those people have something special. They're free. They're not wasting energy pretending to be perfect, and that's one reason they seem younger, because children don't worry about looking foolish. They dance in the living room. They sing the wrong lyrics with complete confidence. Honestly, sometimes I don't even know the right lyrics myself. For years I was singing a song completely wrong. Then someone corrected me. I just stood there thinking, so, I've been giving a private concert to the wrong words my entire life. Please tell me I'm not alone. If you've ever confidently sung the wrong lyrics, write guilty in the comments. No judgment here. We're all human. And that's the point. Youthful people aren't perfect people. They're comfortable being human. They don't carry embarrassment around like a backpack. They let things go. They laugh. They move on. Think about the last time you made a small mistake. Maybe you waved at someone, only to realize they were waving at the person behind you. We've all done it. Now you're standing there pretending you were just stretching, or you called your teacher Mom, or your boss Dad, or you walked confidently into the wrong restroom, then walked out like, yep, just checking the plumbing. Those moments happen to everyone. The difference is this. Some people replay those moments in their minds for weeks. Others laugh for 30 seconds and forget about it. Which one sounds younger? Exactly. Here's something I've noticed. The happiest older people I know all have one thing in common. They laugh at themselves before anyone else can. That's a superpower. Because when you stop needing to look perfect, you start feeling lighter, and lighter people almost always seem younger. So here's today's little mission. The next time you make a tiny mistake, don't apologize 10 times. Don't spend the whole day thinking about it. Smile, laugh if you can. Say, well, that was wonderfully human. Then keep moving, because life is too short to spend it trying to look flawless. And trust me, the third habit might be the most powerful of all, because it's the one that quietly changes the way you experience every single day. Habit 3. You surround yourself with people who make you feel alive. Here's the last one. And honestly, this one might be the most important. Take a look at the people you spend the most time with. How do you feel after being around them? Lighter or heavier? Because here's the truth. Some people recharge your battery. Others, they unplug the charger. You know the type. You tell them you're excited about something. They immediately become professional dream killers. I don't think that'll work. Are you sure? That's risky. You haven't even started yet. Can I at least fail first? Now think about that one friend who laughs with you, the one who sends you funny videos for no reason, the one who reminds you not to take life so seriously. Those people are a gift. Carl Jung believed that the people around us shape who we become. That's why it's so important to protect your peace. Spend time with people who make you smile. Call your parents. Visit your grandparents. Play with your kids. Laugh with your friends. And don't forget, sometimes you have to become that person for someone else. You never know who needs your smile today. Maybe the cashier. Maybe your neighbor. Maybe the stranger who's quietly having a difficult day. One kind conversation can stay with someone for years, and it costs absolutely nothing. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. So let's put it all together. You stay young without realizing it. When you never stop being curious. When you can still laugh at yourself. And when you choose people who bring life into your life instead of taking it away. Notice something? None of these habits have anything to do with your age. They have everything to do with your attitude. Your birth certificate can tell people how many years you've lived, but it can never tell them how alive you are. That's your choice. Every single day. So here's my question for you. Which of these 3 habits do you already practice? Number 1? Number 2? Or number 3? Tell me down in the comments. I genuinely love reading your stories, And you never know, your comment might encourage someone else who's reading through them. If this video made you smile or reminded you of someone special, give it a like and subscribe for more videos inspired by psychology and timeless wisdom. And before you go, remember this. Growing older is a privilege, but growing dull is optional. Keep laughing, keep learning, keep being curious, because the youngest people in the world aren't always the ones with the fewest birthdays. They're the ones who never stop living. I'll see you in the next video.